Joshua, how's the hay situation?
We don't have any left.
There's no hay up there?
None.
Can you get your wheelbarrow and take care of that stall there for me? Good evening. How was your supper?
Tolerable. I
Well,
see you fed and watered this old boy.
Yes, sir. Well, actually, Josh was been tending to him. Done a pretty good job. You mind me asking you, sir, you know anything of the events back east?
You know, I do. The latest is Lincoln has called out for volunteers to put down what he calls the rebellion. And
Good.
that scoundrel Jim Lane, he's called out a whole bunch of his Jayhawker friends. And they've gone into Washington City armed to, I think it's payback for Lincoln's election, and to protect that coward Lincoln.
Now hold on, sir. Never care who you call a coward.
You started it now.
Scoundrel. President Lincoln and Jim Lane are both honorable men, duly elected to serve this state and nation. I take it you're not from these parts.
No, I ain't. I'm from Missouri and proud of it. I'm going to be going back home. I want to tell you fellers this. Lincoln and all his black Republicans, they're the ones that started this mess.
Now how so? It was insolent South Carolinians that started this ball rolling down and firing on Fort Sumter and United States troops. That's treason. If you're looking for a coward, look at that old skirt wearer of Buchanan that just left the White House.
Let me tell you something. Buchanan, he understands the South and its institutions.
Well, he understands them all too well. That old Negro fiddled it away in the White House while states were seceding, and he's also a friend to that illegal Confederate States of America. President Lincoln will not tolerate that sedition.
What's this militia you talked about that Senator Lane's organizing? Well, it's my understanding, in fact, not more than a month ago, he stood right out here in the middle of the square and was stumping for peace and declaring that a war would just impoverish the whole nation.
Peace? Lane don't know anything about that. He and his Jayhawker friends have gone up to Washington now. They've moved into the executive mansion. He calls them the Frontier Guard. That's unconstitutional. And it's all a payback for helping get Lincoln elected. And they've moved in there and doing whatever they want to do. And it's all right in the paper that I brought here.
Which paper is that?
Springfield paper.
Greene County Democrat?
Yes. You want me to read it to you?
Can you?
Can you read it?
Well, a couple of words here and there.
Please do tell.
Now, here's what it says. And this is the most important part to you fellers. Liberty is in more peril by such action than the attack on Fort Sumter.
Oh, that's hogwash. I don't believe that.
Now, the way I understand it, there's been assassination and kidnapping plots against our president. Why, if I was honest, Abe, I'd have protection.
Well, I'd be kind of nervous too, living in Washington City, surrounded by all those secession states.
Exactly.
In his inaugural address, Lincoln said he wouldn't bother slavery where it existed now. The South has nothing to fear from President Lincoln on slavery, but the secession he will not tolerate.
Look, Lincoln, he sneaks into Washington in disguise. Now, what kind of an honorable man does that? Then he calls out 75,000 troops and invades the South. That's going to take more states out of the Union. That's unconstitutional. Says it right here. How about this? Missouri Secession Convention may have failed last month, but the issue isn't finished. Lincoln's action flies in the face of states' rights guaranteed by the Constitution.
And what's this word right here next to Missouri?
Secession.
Exactly, sir. I believe you're exhibiting C-sesh tendencies. Would you like a little friendly advice? Fort Scott is overwhelmingly free soiler. I would spend the night, but in the morning I would be gone and not show your face around here again.
Daddy.
I'll cross the border in the morning, but I will be back.
Oh, good Lord. I came to Kansas Territory long before I became a state, brought my family here, hoping for a bright future. We've had to deal with the border violence already. We had a horrid drought last year that's just about wiped out every farmer in the area. While my brother moved his entire family back to Illinois, I myself lost a farm and had to move to town.
I wouldn't sit there. That was the old hay.
Anyway, I fear that if I have to move back to Chicago myself, it's just going to put my family that much closer to that darn war.
Well, I somewhat feel sorry for you.
I reckon there'll be enough fighting around here. People can get a belly full of it.
I'm ready to move on.